Hello everyone! Welcome to Jodoo. This is Roxanne. Today we're going to dive into how to set node properties. To make your workflow more effective, you can set node properties after designing your form and establish your workflow. Let's see how to set node properties. Look at the panel on the right part of the page. Click Node Properties. Here are basic and advanced sections for you to configure. Firstly, Basic can provide you with basic configurations. Let's go through each setting on this page from top to bottom to understand them one by one. In the field of node name, you can rename the node to differentiate nodes. The node approver assists in selecting approvers during the workflow process. If you select regular approval, you can set approvers for each node. Then the workflow will flow to the corresponding approvers for handling. If you select sequential approval, after a workflow is initiated, the workflow will start from the initiator's direct department head, followed by sequential approval, and will be concluded at the approval endpoint. Enable CC can help you send updates of a workflow to a member who needs to know the progress of the workflow. These updates can be sent after the completion of one node or the whole workflow to inform members of the progress. Field permissions is to select the fields that an approver can view or edit when handling a workflow in My Tasks. It includes View refers that members can view the fields in the node. Edit refers that members can edit the fields in the node. For example, if you tick Application, Start Date, End Date, Department, Approver, and Comment in this node. Then, in My Tasks, the approver can check this application and view or edit these fields according to your configuration. Brief in a workflow refers to the content of a message you receive when handling a workflow. With this, the basic components of node properties have been configured. Next, based on requirements, you can choose whether to configure the Advanced section. In Advance, Jodoo provides the following configurations. Approval comment refers to the comment made by an approver during an approval process. There are two ways to add an approval comment: text and signature. Node actions refer to the available actions that approvers can perform on a node. Currently, there are 9 options. You can set specific actions according to your needs. For example, if you want to save the filled records without submitting the workflow at once, you can enable the stash, so that the member can retain the actions temporarily and save workflows in My Tasks for future handling. If you want to learn more about the features of node actions, you can visit our Help Center. We have listed all the actions and their corresponding features for you to reference. In Data to be submitted, you can set conditions that should be met when submitting data. Here are 2 types of node validations. The first type is all data. It is set by default for all workflows. If you do not need the submission condition to limit the workflow node, you can select all data. The second type is data meeting conditions. In this case, if the workflow data does not meet the condition, it cannot be submitted. You can add conditions in this pop-up page. Here is proceed to the next node when. This configuration limit when the workflow form will proceed according to whether one or all approvers submit their reviews. When no approver is found is set to handle the situation where the approver field is empty because a node approver is inactive or changed positions. You can set stop flowing and report an error, and then the workflow will stop and the system will remind you of this error. Or, you can select flow to designated member and select a member. Then, the workflow will transfer to the designate member when no approver is found. Also, you can select Submit automatically. This section can improve the efficiency and flexibility of the business process. In overdue actions, if a node is not processed or delayed for a long time, you can set actions to improve the progression of the workflow. Click Set Actions and set the node due time. Then, click Add. Here are Auto Remind, Auto Submit, or Auto Return for you to select. Auto Remind will remind relevant members to process timely and avoid omissions in the configured time. Auto Submit will skip the delayed node and submit it automatically after the established time to avoid the workflow backlog. Auto Return will return the node to the previous node or start. You can set the time to return to your needs. So far, you've learned about the basic and advanced configurations of node properties. Next, you can try configuring node properties to make your workflow more effective. If you like this video, you can subscribe to our channel. There are more how-to videos to help you get started with speed and ease.